In our today's video, we shall be talking about 5 types of communication that determines your relationship. 5 types of communication that determines your relationship. Welcome to this channel where we talk about relationship. I remain your host, Sister Clementina Akinyosotu. So what are those 5 types of communication that determine your relationship? We have optical, that is optical communication, auditory communication, emotional communication, nonverbal communication, and verbal communication. As we have said in our previous videos, communication in a simplest form simply means the act of sending and receiving message. So there must be a sender, a receiver, and also a message to be sent for communication to take place. And once you understand how to apply these 5 types of communication, then you will understand how your relationship gradually develop, how it grows into what it is today. And number one, we shall be talking of optical. When we talk of anything optical, it means the eyes, the ability to see. So when we talk of optical communication, that is that moment when you set eye on somebody, when your pupil, your eyes meet with that person's own, or when you sight the person, when you notice their existence, when you notice their being, when you notice them that they are around you, that is when the optical communication takes place. And then when they look back at you and your eyeball, you look at each other eye to eye, that is optical communication. And most of the time, this is the first stage of communication, of relationship, sorry. When we talk of optical communication, it's usually the first stage of relationship. When you see the person and you're able to say, oh, I like what I'm seeing, or this is not my spec. So we are able, even in friendship, some people are choosy about the type of person they want as friends, not only in romantic relationship. They want someone that look this way to be their friend or whatever. So optical communication simply means when your eye sees that person that you want, that moment when you notice their existence, that is optical communication. And the second type is auditory. That is when you speak with the person, when you are able to express yourself. And this is, in my own opinion anyway, the most important of these 5 types of communication, because it involves listening and speaking. It involves sharing and, sharing, communicating, passing information. And then it involves you paying attention, and it involves you using the right language at the right time. For example, you are just meeting someone and you want them to be your friend. You don't go to them complaining, but you go with the right thing to say at the right time. That is auditory communication. And the next one is emotional communication. This is so important in every form of relationship. You must be able to communicate emotionally with your partner. It's not only verbally or non-verbally, but you should be able to express your emotions. You should be able to express your feelings. The way you feel things, you should be able to tell them. They should not be your friend alone when you are happy, but they should be able to be there for you even when you are sad. And you must be able to communicate your emotions appropriately with your partner, appropriately to your friends. You should use the right word in communicating your emotions so that there's no mix up in what you are saying. And another one is non-verbal communication. There's a certain stage your relationship will get to that you don't even talk most of the time, that you are able to read each other. You are able to say, okay, this is what this person is saying, or this is what's the mood of this person now. You are able to see through what they are not saying. You are hearing that they are not saying. Even when they are talking, their body language, their facial expression All those things will be giving you messages, even though they are not saying it, but you are able to pick them. That's another component of healthy communication, those five types of communication that you must have in your healthy relationship. And then another type is the verbal communication. This is very important. And as we have been saying since we have been talking about communication, the use of words in expressing oneself cannot be replaced with anything, because you don't know the state of mind of the person that you are expecting to read your emotions. So at times there may be misunderstanding, there may be misinterpretation of your emotions. So you should be able to use your word to communicate. And as I said, if you are in any relationship where you cannot communicate, where you cannot express yourself, where you are holding back information, when you are holding back your feelings, when you are holding back your emotions, that is not a healthy one. That's not a healthy relationship. So you should consider in your relationship, you should be able to express yourself using words, using your voice. So those are the five types of communication that determines the type of relationship that you are having. Till I come your way again, remain blessed.